Hi, everybody. So, I don't know, I feel like I'm supposed to talk about this today. And, this is a thing, it's been on my mind all day. And I don't know why. This is something that happened like when I was 17 years old. But I feel like I'm supposed to talk about it, so I'm going to talk about it. And so when I was 17, I kind of was dating, kind of. I don't even know if you call it dating. I was messing with this dude. And he was older. And one day, I was out with that dude, and well, this is the interesting part. So when I went out with this dude, my parents made me take my sister. So here's me. I take my sister with me to see this dude. He's like 26 years old. I'm 17, and he has a friend. So I take my sister with me, and I leave her with the friend. And of course, I'm a freaking teenager. I ain't freaking thinking about like maybe that dude's like, likes little girls or something, but that's beside the point because that didn't happen. But anyway, so I guess my point in that is don't freaking make your older kid take her brother or sister with her when she goes to do stuff, because she ain't freaking worried about the other kid. She's worried about her freaking self. But anyway, so I did this. I went and hung out with this dude. Well, I get home later, and my parents were like, "Where were you?" And I was like, I was supposed to be with my one friend or something, and I don't know if like her mom called and told them some shit. So what I was actually supposed to be getting in trouble for was actually a totally different thing than what I got in trouble for. So what I was supposed to be getting in trouble for was they thought I was with this dude that was part black, and that was whenever like that wasn't okay. Society said it wasn't okay. And like my parents changed over the years about that, but anyway. So I get home and, I'm getting asked, questioned about where I was and blah, blah, blah. And so I find out my friend's mom called and told them some shit about this dude they thought I was with, which isn't who I was with. So anyway, I tell them I was with this dude, and, I'm not sure exactly how it went down, but I just know my mom, they asked me if I had sex with him, and I was like, and I'm angry, right? Like, because they're like talking to me like I'm a piece of shit and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yes. And my mom lost her shit. And I ended up on the freaking floor. And my mom's swinging. And I'm protecting myself. And all I know is, and then after that, my dad, like, picked up a freaking chair, and he was going to throw it on me. And I don't know if he was going to throw it on me for sure or not, because then my uncle came in, and he stopped it. And if that isn't freaking something that causes PTSD, So anyway, and after that I was grounded, and, I barely had any friends anyway, because my mom usually didn't like anybody I was friends with, so. But anyway, so I wasn't allowed to talk to my friends and blah, blah, blah. So that happened. Oh, and they called the police because I was 17 and I was messing with this older dude, and the police came and he treated me like a piece of shit too. So I guess that's where my whole freaking, like, my issues that I had with authority figures came from. Like that incident right there. Anyway, and I'm not laughing because it's funny. I think I'm laughing because I don't know. I don't even know why. I think I have healed from this a lot already. But anyway, so then I'm grounded and I'm not allowed to talk to anybody. So one day after school, I was like, I wanted to talk to a friend of mine, and I acted like I missed the bus, and I walked to their house because I needed to tell them something that I thought was important to tell them. And what it is doesn't matter. Anyway, they weren't home, but their dad answered the door. And I don't remember the details. All I know is that I don't know if he told me to come on in and wait, or he told me like I could leave a note, or I'm not sure. All I know is he had me do something inappropriate with him. Something I've never done. And, well, I might as well just say, he made me give him oral sex. And I didn't know what to do, man. Like, I was scared. Never did that before. Didn't want to do it. Felt like I didn't have a fucking option. Like, I was scared. Like, I didn't know this freaking guy. I thought he was like a nice guy, like telling me, come on in, you can wait or whatever. But no, that's not what happened. And so that happened, and there's me, like, okay, after that, all I wanted to do is get the freak out of there. Like, I didn't know what to do. And then I have nobody to talk to. So I leave there, disgusted with myself because of what just happened, which I didn't know I could say no, So I walk home, and I had nobody to freaking tell. I had nobody to talk to. I had nobody to freaking tell what just happened to me. Because the last thing that freaking happened to me that had to do with something like that, which this was not something I was doing willingly at all. And I had nobody to freaking talk to. And I had really nobody to talk to about what happened with, my parents and stuff. And so basically all this shit, I stuffed down, I pushed down my whole freaking life. And every once in a while, my uncle would bring it up and talk about it. And we would laugh about it. But it wasn't funny. It wasn't funny at all. And I don't know. I don't know if it kept coming up because it was something I needed to deal with. I'm not really sure. But I'm not really talking about this to, like, get sympathy or anything like that. I guess I'm talking about this to bring up freaking awareness. Like, first of all, like, I got the shit beat out of me because I had sex with somebody. Nobody freaking talked to me about why, like, how to respect myself and how, like, to know if somebody really likes you or not, or how to, like, trust yourself and trust your intuition and, those kind of things. Like, teach you how to value yourself and, those things. And, like, I'm not blaming my parents because they raised me how they thought they needed to raise me. I mean, yes, I kind of am blaming them because they did that shit. So that wasn't cool. But at the same time, I can have compassion for them because I know that they went through worse shit than that. Like, I even heard stories about how my dad's dad would beat the shit out of him. So I know. Like, I know that they're doing the best they can. And I get that. Same thing, like, with the dude that did that shit to me. Like, he must have thought it was okay. I don't know why, but he thought it was. So, whatever. But it wasn't okay. And my point is that, one, we gotta freaking be better with our children and with mental health and with making sure our children have an outlet, someone to talk to about things. Especially whenever, and to know that that dealing with your mental health is a good thing. It's a good thing to freaking let that shit out and talk about it and deal with it and not hold it in your whole freaking life. Like, I'm dealing with it now. But, I mean, that happened a very, very, very long time ago. And I guess, I want to put the awareness out there that and beating the crap out of your kids isn't freaking okay. For any freaking reason. It's not okay. Not okay. Because then you're teaching someone that is okay, and people that love you do that shit to you. And that's not normal. I mean, I'm glad I'm dealing with it now, and I'm glad that everything that happened to get me here. My parents died, like, I don't know, 5-6 years ago, and, like, if I could talk to them about this now, I don't know, I feel like maybe I could talk to them about it, but they're not here to talk to them about it. But I feel like they